Hello and welcome to our very first podcast with English with Jen and Drew.
I'm Jen. I'm just kidding.
I'm Jen.
And I am Drew. And we started this podcast because we want to help whoever's out there learn English and help people learn English.
And it would just sounded like a fun idea.
Yeah.
We, at the moment, are learning Spanish, and while on that journey of learning Spanish, we listen to a bunch of Spanish podcasts, watch Spanish YouTube videos, and we thought, why not do the same thing, but for English learners?
Yeah. And we are from Texas, so if you notice that we have like a little bit of a southern accent, you might notice it, but we're also from a bigger city, so you also
might not notice
it at all.
Yeah.
So
definitely you'll notice the American accent.
Yeah.
And then maybe some things a little southern.
Definitely.
Or Texas. Yeah.
Definitely. So, welcome. Thanks for being here and watching. This is our first podcast,
So we don't really have any kind of plan. We thought we would plan it out a little, but we're kind of just rolling with it.
Yeah, we're kind of just rolling with it. And we would hope our background would be a little bit better, but I couldn't find anything at the store. So it's just a purple wall and a little bit of our refrigerator, which is in the living room. So
yes.
I guess we could talk a little bit about us first and introduce ourselves. So we both right now are living in Sevilla, Spain. Obviously both of us. Yeah, we're both living in Sevilla, Spain. We are teaching English. We are English assistants at a primary school north of Sevilla. And we are absolutely loving it so far. It's an amazing experience. And I don't know. What else?
We also teach English online. So we go into schools, and then after school we teach on 2 different platforms. I teach on Cambly, which is a platform for younger students, and so I teach children English, and I love it. And Andrew teaches on
italki. So I teach on italki, and I do have conversational lessons with students, is how I would describe it. Where I talk with a student and I sit down with a student and talk to them. Normally it's with adults or people who are over the age of 18. So that's something that's really fun and I enjoy doing. And if you're interested in either of those things, italki or Cambly for your kid maybe, we will put our links in the description below. So if you sign up through that link, it would help us out and it promotes us a little bit. So that'd be amazing. Anyway, but yeah, that's what we do right now. We've been teaching on italki. I've been teaching on italkis for the past year, and we just started in Spain. We just started teaching in Spain about 5 months ago.
Yep.
So.
And then along with that, other than being English teachers, which we're very passionate about, we also have a YouTube channel called Journey with Jen and Drew, where we've been creating travel vlogs for, I think, 2 years now.
2 years.
Yeah, so we're speaking at a pretty normal pace right now for us, but if you want to know like the authentic, like how we speak or what we might sound like or how we joke around, that would be the channel to go to and watch.
Definitely. Like if you're a really advanced speaker, you should go there. Like if you're kind of like almost at a native level, I would go there because we say
or intermediate.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Sorry.
You have to be the best.
It doesn't matter. But yeah, we do talk a lot faster with a lot of colloquials and idioms and it's a little bit more difficult than where we're at right now. So, but anyway, I guess we can talk about where we're from. So we are from Texas, from the Houston area, and I've grown up in Texas and in the Houston area my entire life. So yeah, that's just about a little bit about me, but Jenna has moved around a lot growing up. So she has a little bit of a different story.
Yeah, a few times. I moved around a few times, like 3 times when I was growing up. But most of my later childhood and adult life was spent in Texas. Yeah.
So she still has that little bit of a southern drawl. But anyway, yeah, so we both went to high school together. We went to when did we start going to school together? That was junior high. So we started in junior high, going to school together. We dated in 8th grade. So we dated in 8th grade for 4 months, and I had always liked her ever since the beginning of 8th grade, probably. I mean, I probably had a crush on Jenna since I first saw her. Well, not probably, I did. I did have a crush on Jenna since I first laid eyes on her. And then after junior high and after we dated for 6 months, not even 6 months.
Maybe like 3.
4? I don't know. Do you want to explain? I know you love to explain this part.
Oh gosh. Yes, Andrew told me that my best friend was a bad influence, and so I broke up with him because I had to stick by my friend's side. Which she was a bad influence, but we're still friends to this day.
Yeah.
And hey, we're still friends.
We're more than friends.
So it all worked out.
Anyway, we've been officially dating now for 4 years, so...
Almost 5.
Almost 5, yeah. And we started dating in college, actually. I messaged her when we were back home in our hometown and was like, hey, I would love to get some ice cream if you want to catch up. And she said sure, which I was really surprised, actually.
Why?
I don't know. I was very surprised. Anyway, the rest is history. And then we both went to 2 different colleges. I went to college in Dallas. She went to college in Austin. And we traveled back and forth for 2 years. For 2 years. And then we studied in Madrid together for 1 semester in Madrid, Spain. So that was like our one. Yeah. We got really close, and then we had to separate again and go back to college. That was really difficult. But yeah.
Yeah. That's a little bit about us.
Yeah. So if you're wondering, you have a very lovely couple teaching you English.
Yes. Absolutely.
But anyway, after college, well, I guess we should maybe say what we got our degrees in.
I suppose, if you want to. I feel like there's a lot of details about me.
Okay.
I'm a very private person.
I don't really care. So, I have a finance degree. I got my bachelor's in science in finance, which I don't really understand.
We have a scientist over here.
No, there's like a difference between the bachelor, the BS, and the BA. And
you definitely got the BS.
I got the BS for sure.
That's a colloquialism for sure.
That's a good one. Anyway, and I graduated during COVID, and I worked from home for about 1 year. And then I'm not going to say anything more than that because we'll get into that. But
yeah.
And then you, if you want to.
I did, yeah. Okay, so I studied international relations and global studies and business. And then I also graduated during COVID and worked for 1 year. Does that sound good?
That sounds perfect. Sounds great. And then after 1 year, after 1 year of working for both of us, it was a little less than 1 year, we were very sick of our jobs. I was very tired of my job. Yeah.
They just weren't jobs that were like authentic to what we wanted to do in life. So, well, I don't know who pitched the idea, but I have a feeling it was me.
Definitely you.
I was like, hey, what if we did something crazy? And just went and basically like essentially backpacked for 6 months, or live out of my car basically for 6 months. And then...
Which at the time you didn't have. So at this point...
I had a car, I just didn't have a car that was worth living out of.
Correct. And I didn't have a car that was worth living out of. I thought I had enough savings to buy a truck, which I definitely did not. So that didn't go to plan, and we were just going to tent camp out of it in a way, maybe buy a rooftop tent. But Jenna sold her car, and we bought another car that would fit a rooftop tent on top of it. And that was all in a span of, what, 2-3 months?
It was crazy.
It was the craziest 3 months.
Luckily, I had a Jeep Wrangler, which like is like one of the only cars that doesn't lose value. It's like almost like raises in value. That was an investment.
Yeah.
And luckily, sold it to family members, so I didn't lose it. You know.
Yeah.
It's just now all decked out and a little bit different than how I had it.
Yeah, it's completely different.
But anyways, so then got a little Subaru. We did a US road trip, which is super fun. And if you're curious about the United States or what it looks like, we have a whole video series about our rooftop tent road trip.
And this is only on like the western United States. So if you're looking for things like to do in the Northeast and the East Coast, we don't have those yet.
We hopefully one day, because I do love.
Just so much fun.
Our country has the craziest nature.
It really does.
It's so fun.
Yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, and during that time, I think it was really difficult for us because we were kind of transitioning from just not working completely we were transitioning from working to not making any money.
But working so also we have to say during that time, we set a goal to post a vlog every other day.
During our road trip.
During our road trip.
During our road trip.
Yeah, during our road trip. So we went from corporate structure job to living out of a car and working so much in editing and recording and posting videos every other day. And it was just crazy. It was so fun. We were not making any money, but then we joined Newsbreak and we made a lot of money randomly, and then it dropped down, and it's Newsbreak changed its policy. It was just a platform that we posted our videos on that paid us. And I guess we got to it fast, made a lot of money on it, and then they were like, whoa.
Yeah, this is too much money.
You guys are making too much, and then we didn't make any money off of it.
Yeah, it's they forgot to
put a cap on it.
Yeah, it's their algorithm forgot to censor us or something.
We got 75,000 views on a video once, and they were, oh my gosh, it was just crazy. And then
right after that video,
they were like, these kids gotta stop.
Yeah, and then we stopped making content for them. So, sorry, Newsbreak.
Sorry.
But anyway, yeah, I mean, this is just kind of a random tangent, but not really. But we're trying to explain where we come from. So
yeah,
and this is why we are where we are.
Yes, because we were living out of a car doing YouTube, and made some money, then not a lot of money, and then I was like, you know what? I would love to just. Well, then we went through Central America for a bit.
But I think that segues into what we're doing now.
Yeah, because we then went to Panama and Guatemala and absolutely loved it. It was such a good experience, and we really enjoyed being there and learning Spanish and learning about a new place and getting way out of our comfort zones. And we wanted to keep doing that. And at this time we had already been teaching online, and we're like, well, what could we do to take it to the next level? I'd like to actually teach in person. And then my friend sent me a TikTok actually about this program that we're in now. And she says, this seems like something you would do. And we looked into it and we were like, yeah, that's exactly what we should do. So
I know, it was so crazy. It was crazy. I just remember sitting, I forgot where we were, but Jenna was like, oh, my friend just sent me this TikTok about this program in Spain. And at that point I was like, this is way too good to be true, right? I'm thinking, we're gonna have to do something crazy. We're gonna have to do some stuff that we're not gonna wanna do. And we're just not gonna enjoy it. Or it's just gonna be a volunteer program where we show up, not make a lot of money, but they put us in housing or something like that. But no, I mean, it was right now we make a monthly stipend and we love what we're doing. I mean, we really do enjoy it. It has some cons, but
a lot of pros.
A lot, including the amount of time that we get outside of school. Yeah. Because we love doing things like this.
Exactly.
If you've been watching our channel, you know that we have been making a short every single day, and that is because they allow us to have a lot of time. But on the other side of that is we don't make a lot of money, so that's the other part. But they do pay us very well for the amount of work that we do, I think. So anyway, that's currently why we're here. So we really love teaching English online, and now as soon as we heard that we'd be teaching English and we could pick what age we wanted to do, I was like, I want to do primary school, and wanted to do 5th and 6th grade. So and that's about where I'm at too.
Yeah.
So it's been a really, really fun journey these past 3 years almost.
Yeah, two and a half. 2.5 years, yeah. I don't even know. Maybe we should calculate that.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it has been a really good journey, and it's been so eye-opening, and you learn a lot when you step out of your comfort zone and live somewhere else and learn a new language, which you know because you are learning one right now. Hopefully. If you're like a native English speaker listening to this,
Please
hop off.
Please hop off.
We get so many native English speakers who get so mad at our videos. They are mad. They're like, this is easy. How would you not know this idiom?
Yeah, I'm like, dude.
I was like, this isn't for you.
It's not for you. It's not for you.
So, but I mean, if you are native and you just like wanted to listen, welcome also.
Yeah, welcome.
Just
I'm sure my parents.
Hate. No.
I'm sure my parents will be watching this for some reason. Don't know why they would, but I think it's just, I don't know. Anyways, we're going to wrap up this podcast with telling you about our life missions, which we have not prepared at all. So,
oh my God.
Jenna.
This is deep.
Yeah, this is very deep.
I had no time to think about this.
What do you think? Do you want me to start?
What my life mission is?
Yeah, like what do you think right now that your life mission is?
You start for sure.
Okay. I personally think that my life mission is to show people places that have a bad reputation or a bad stereotype. And I say that because I'm from the US and I understand what places have these bad reputations and these bad stereotypes.
The US.
The US is one of those. But I mean outside of the United States. So kind of my goal is to show people different cultures and different places that are different, and they have so much authenticity, and they have so much culture and heritage that people don't understand and people don't know about. So I just think that is something that I really strive towards, which is why I'm also learning Spanish, because a lot of these places that do have bad reputations in the United States are in Central America or South America or even just Mexico in general. So being able to speak Spanish would be perfect to talk to locals and to talk to people about these kinds of things that have happened in their history and things that I want to understand more. So I think that is one of my life missions, but I will let Jenna describe hers.
I'm like so nervous now. Crap, this is hard. You're putting me on the spot. I didn't get time to think about this. I like am forgetting everything about me.
I know.
Now. Honestly, instead of like saying like bad reputation places, I would genuinely like to get a better understanding of the world and be able to like open up like space for conversation or curiosity. One of my favorite YouTubers has a like motto that says turn judgment into curiosity, and I love that because I think a lot of times we already go into places with something that you've already, like a prejudgment or what you already think, and it's just natural, it's human nature. You know, I'm going to walk into France thinking, you know, baguettes and oui, you know what I'm saying? But like, it's more than just like the overall stereotype.
Yeah.
So getting to like open up places and understand it. And I also would love in my life to be able to speak 3 languages fluently. We're on the road to 2.
Fluently meaning to probably a C2 level if you're going to judge based off of those
or C1.
hierarchies or degrees.
C1 maybe. I C2 is like really, whew.
Yeah, that's true.
Honestly, I want to do some kind of service in my life. I do feel like teaching is like an act of service, but I would like to volunteer more. And give back in certain areas.
Yes.
But as of like what my big like service mission may be, I'm not sure yet.
Yeah.
I'm kind of figuring things out in life. But I also, so like a hint of like storytelling and then service.
Yeah, I think that's the most important thing for both of us right now is we really want to be productive members of society. I think that is one thing that we really strive to be. Like, I don't want to just be a YouTuber or like someone that makes, I mean, the English channel is something that I wanted to create to give back to others, right? Like this is what I love to do because, you know, when I see comments on the shorts that are, you know, like, oh, wow, this really helped me, or like, oh, wow, this is perfect for me. I'm learning English right now. Like those are the kinds of things that I think are perfect for me. Like that's what keeps me going. And I think that's why I really like teaching, because you do get that feedback. Are there bad days? Yeah. Like you're going to have just horrible days.
Yeah.
But overall, it really does feel like I'm benefiting these kids' life, and I'm helping them grow and open their mind up a little bit to others.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's kind of what we both think. So,
yeah.
But anyway, on that very deep note, we will wrap this one up. And thank you so much for watching and listening. Because if you are on Spotify, I'm going to try to figure out if I can get this on Spotify. That's amazing. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I will have resources in the description and also in the description on Spotify, where will be maybe some definitions of things that are hard to understand, because we did go on very advanced topics in this specific podcast. So, and also like, leave us feedback. I'm very open to feedback.
Ideas.
If you're like, man, this podcast sucks, that's perfectly...
Keep it to yourself. No, I was kidding.
No, it's perfectly fine. Like, if you're like, this podcast sucks, here's what you should do to improve it.
Yeah, okay. If it sucks, you have to give us like what we should do to make it better.
Yeah. Don't just say this sucks.
Anyways, we hope to see you in the next one, and maybe hope to have some others join us.
Yes, that is one less thing. That's actually a very good point. So one of the reasons why we started this is to help you understand other people's accents. So we will be interviewing others. This podcast is just between me and Jenna, so that way you could get to know us. But that is one thing that we would like to do with this podcast.
Yeah. Us, and then on occasion, guests.
One guest. Maybe two. But anyway,
thank you for listening, and
we'll see
you next time.
We'll see you next time. Bye.